Hey guys, Moonblast here, and for today's stream we'll be finishing up Botany Manor, and then we'll be doing a full first playthrough of Return to Grace. I'm gonna check that the audio is good, and then we'll get into it. Alrighty, everything sounds good. Let's get into it. Not too much left to do. Alright, the graphics are still good. And let's get into it. Let's move the cursor off the screen there. Alrighty. So there were 3 plants left to get. I don't hear any sound. That's not good. Does the video have sound? So there were 3 plants left to get. So the live stream has sound, but I can't hear anything. I have no idea how that works. I'm gonna exit out and go back in. Exit out of the game entirely. Was not expecting that. Couldn't hear anything. Live stream had sound though. I have no idea how that works. Still no sound. Move this cursor off here. Well, this isn't ideal. Well, I figured it out. My headphone volume was set to 0. That is very bizarre. I don't know when that would have gotten turned down. Alright, it's doing the bizarre teleporting thing again. But VSync is off. I must have bumped the volume on my headphones to 0. That's... I don't know why it would have gotten turned off. That's weird. Alright, let's figure out these final puzzles. Alright. There are 2 clues we haven't found, so that's pretty good, actually. Well, let's turn off VSync. See if that fixes it or not. If you think I'm gonna figure out this Morse code stuff on my own, you're crazy. No, sir. Alright. I also just checked and we have the good codec, so that's actually pretty cool. Although I did look over the last live stream and it was a little pixelated. We'll see how it looks after today's stream. So Lords and Ladies is the plant that we'll be using with the birds. That's right, that's right. Wait, was that one of the plants? I forget. No, it's not. So this is referring to the ocelot instead, actually. Wait, what? Oh, it must be the spring dance shrub then. Okay. Huh. I wonder if these are supposed to be hints about which animal we need to attract for the ocelot. Picked up by critters who take it back to their nest. Okay, let's see which one of these animals takes it back to their nest. Aha, red squirrels live in nests high up in the trees. They sometimes... That's another small mistake. They sometimes forage food back to the nest for later, to keep for later. Alright, so the red squirrel will be needed for the ocelot plant. Let's just check the other ones to be safe. I'm not sure if this game is actually playable or it's just for hints, so... Alright, red squirrel. 300 beats per minute awake, 120 beats per minute asleep. Alright. Alright. How does that all line up? I'm not sure. Well, we got all the hints for this. Nice. Ah, see how it hasn't germinated yet? Okay, so we need to get the squirrel to pick this up. Not quite sure where the squirrels are, though. I know where the birds are at. Well, I guess where there's birds, there's squirrels, too. High up in the trees. Alrighty, let's see if we can find a squirrel nest. You know, I wouldn't mind a hint. Let's use a hint. Okay, I see. So the reason it told you the beats per minute is because you have to use the correct song. Very interesting. Alright, so red squirrel was 300 awake and 120 asleep. Alright. $120, 70, 100, 90, 50. So probably the 121. Alright. Alright. I mean, probably would have taken me a while to figure that out without the hint, so I'll take it. Hey Sally Woodhull, welcome to the stream. I was looking at the other video for hint, so I didn't see your messages. Alrighty, so we got the oscillate finished. Very nice. Well, when it said that they had nests in the trees, I was looking for the nests, but I guess, right, sometimes the hints include extra information that you don't necessarily need. Alright. Fool's Emerald and Spring Dance Shrub. So when the squirrel falls asleep after eating the seed, it can grow inside them. Turns out, yeah, we didn't even need the squirrel at all. The purpose of the squirrel was just to tell us how many beats per minute that we needed for this phonograph. Alrighty, 2 plants to go. Alrighty, so one of these plants will need us to use the Morse code machine, so that'll be interesting. I don't understand Morse code. Yeah, I mean, you don't really need to use it for anything, you know, so... Right, most people don't. Yeah, they were only used in like World War II and World War One. Yeah. And in video games. Alright. I forget which plant was this used for. I think this is a hint about the handle. Which we already did. There we go. So the spring dance shrub is kind of like a hydrangea in that we're going to need to get the correct pH in order to have it grow. Yeah, you can also use Morse code in Animal Crossing New Horizons. That's cool. The only Animal Crossing I ever played was the one for the GameCube. That was a lot of fun. Alrighty, so which pot do we need is the question now. I doubt it's terracotta because that's like the default one. Actually, no, it's not. Is it? No, I think it's a different color than what we're using normally. Alrighty. Where was the pH charts again? Anthocyanins research. My big sis does. Not really big sis. She's my half-sister. That's cool. Alrighty. Here we go. Okay, I forget. Did it say what pH it wants us to use? So once we figure that out, we can kind of do the math. Are those watercolors? It's showing what colors the spring dance shrubs flowers will become based on the pH of what the soil is. It's pretty interesting how you can change the color of the flowers of hydrangeas. Alrighty. There's the bird. So how does this all work? I forget. I think there was a tip that said what color the flowers should be for the birds. I think that was the tip. Well, I see where we're going to put the spring dance pot when it's finished. Here's the chart. Here we go, here we go, here we go. So, that was a robin that we saw. So, robin's on a red flower. So, the robin wants a red hydrangea flower. Alright, alright, alright. Now it's all coming together. So we need a red flower, so we'll go back to the chart and see what pH we need to get the flowers to turn red. Then we can do the math to figure out which pot and what substrate we need. It's all coming together now. Red needs a pH of 12 to 14. But on here is 12 to 14. Sandstone with seaweed. Sandstone with seaweed. Sandstone with seaweed. Sandstone of seaweed is what we need. Sandstone with seaweed is what we need. Sandstone with seaweed. Sandstone with seaweed, let's remember that. If I can remember how to get back, I think it was this way. The bird you need needs a red flower, huh? Wonder why. It's just the puzzle. Alright. So you got it in chat, so I don't need to remember it anymore. Here we go. What's this? Alright, so there's still one. There's still one. Alright, so we need the sandstone pot, which will be the speckled one. Not that speckled one, though. I think it's this one. So that's the obsidian one. That's the marble one, that's the terracotta one, that's the granite one. So yes, we need this pot, sandstone with the seaweed. Alrighty, so how do we put the seaweed in there? Oh, we gotta plant the plant first, probably. Why is the plant facing through the wall? That's just how it is. Alrighty. Let's add the seaweed to change the pH. See how the flower turned red? Alrighty, let's go plant this down here. Figured out this puzzle all by myself. Alright, actually I think it was the other way. I'm definitely going to use hints for the last one, though. Now we have to attract the birds to the flower. All right. How? I'm not exactly sure. I think if we just keep moving it, the bird will follow it. Where is the closest robin? I know we saw one a little bit ago. Be back in 5 minutes. Alright. Let's see if the bird will go there. There we go. Can it travel over here? There we go. No! It just reset. No, dude. Alright, we can't walk by it. Let's get all the way down here. Do that. Loop around. Alrighty, we're making progress here. Hey, Bombor Clat, welcome to the stream. How's everyone tonight / day? Today's doing good. Alrighty, we almost got the bird to the plant. Alright, one last spot to go. And that should do it. There we go, boys. Man, if it flew away at the end there, that would have been tragic. One plant left to go. Finish the spring dance plant. No hints. Not bad. There's still one clue missing for the Fool's Emerald. Let's find it. Wait, was there... No, I think that's the bird that we attracted over here. Hey, there was a bird right there, too. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Wait, there is a... Oh, well. Well, let's check back here and see if there was anything back here. Okay, so this is probably where we grow this plant. Are there any hints in here? I don't see any. Mysterious blinking lights coming from the caves near his home in Cheddar. Maybe we can figure this Morse code out on our own, so let's go back to the Morse code machine and we'll type in attention and see if that works. It did say abbreviation for attention. Maybe I didn't spell it correctly. Yeah, I think I actually misspelled it. Okay, let's try again. I just looked it up, so apparently the abbreviation for attention for Morse code is KA. Wait a minute, you can move this? Wow, we probably have to move it to the correct location, okay. Or otherwise, why would it be movable? Okay, back. Welcome back. So, just one plant left to do. The Morse code plant. Let's see if I can figure it out. Let's see if we need to bring it back here, maybe. Wow. No hints, by the way. The only thing I looked up is what the abbreviation was for attention in Morse code, which is KA, which I guess is a hint. All right. So there was one clue that I missed. I'm gonna look up where that clue is really quick. Even though it's not required for an achievement. Right, might as well. If we're gonna 100%, let's 100% it. I imagine the hint I didn't find was probably the one that said with the abbreviations. It's probably like an abbreviation list or something. One are we missing? Let me see. We're missing bioluminescence. Here it is. Alright. That's a ways back, actually. No, it's up here. It's up here. Alrighty, so we got that finished. Let's look at the achievements, make sure we got them all. Obviously we need to, there'll be one more for finishing the game, but let's make sure we got all the other ones. Botanical researcher, complete all plants in the herbarium. Alright, one last achievement. The end, reach the end of the game. Alright, let's finish it up. Alright, I wonder what the ending's gonna be like. I'm guessing we're gonna meet the main character's sister, maybe? I don't know. Obviously, I bet this gate's gonna open up. Go. We got our research in the mailbox. Wait, what? I was gonna ring the bell. I bet there was some information on that note. Well, that was a fun puzzle game. It took 5 hours last stream, plus 1 hour this stream, so it took me about 6 hours to 100% it. Not too bad. Is there anything else left? I don't know. Ooh, ending cutscene, here we go. Yo, our character got accepted into the school. And she got the title of lady. That's the female equivalent for a lord, so that's a pretty big title. Alrighty. Yo, there's the herbarium that we were working on, alright. Yo, our character is the teacher. Alright. There's the apple from earlier. I forget what that one's called. Oh, she turned her own manor into an academy. Alright. So she didn't get accepted into the school. She just created her own school is what it is. Childhood pet name. Alright. Put that there. Oh, I wanted to ring the bell. Just continue do anything? I don't know. That's it. Never got to go past this gate. The end. Alright, 100% completed Botany Manor. Not bad. Not bad. So it lets you go back and collect extra stuff. I wonder if there's anything different about the ending if you get 100%. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't let you complete the game if you don't 100% it. Because obviously if you're going to have a class, if you're going to teach your own class, like the book has to be finished, I would imagine. Alright, was there anything I missed? There's the robin. What's this door do? Is there any way to get out of here? Doesn't look like it. Alrighty. I think that's everything. Alrighty, so that looks like it's everything. Then we'll move on to the next game. Alrighty, Return to Grace. First playthrough. Let's do it. Close that. Two hours to beat, 4 hours for completionists. All right, let's see. Alrighty, the new game should pop up in a few seconds. Probably should change the title. Return to Grace, first playthrough. Insert ads during a break. Huh, that's kind of interesting. Not really anybody to show ads to, but that's funny. Alright, so we'll change the title name. Change the thumbnail. Gonna have to resize that screenshot. I misspelled playthrough. Our stream is in excellent condition according to YouTube. That's nice. Change the thumbnail. It's too big. Alrighty, gotta resize the screenshot really quick. Alrighty, so the thumbnail and the title should be changed. I should have had that prepared ahead of time, but that's alright. Let's close Discord since it's using a lot of memory. Alright, we should be good to go now. Alrighty, let's get the settings correct. Vibration off. I do not like vibration. Yo, an FOV slider. Subtitles off. Don't like subtitles. All right, let's begin.
Stick's not responding. Can you take control?
The storm is interfering with my senses.
Hold on.
Impact in 10, 9, oh, there it is. Addie? Addie, please respond.
Everything hurts.
You've been out for nearly an hour.
What's our status, Alan?
We've crashed.
Yeah, I got that.
My hull is intact. Thrusters 2 and 4 are damaged and will require realignment.
So will my back. Can you let me out?
Not before we talk about your suit.
Okay. Talk.
Alrighty.
I'm reading green on seals, green on batteries. Thermals are, well, not green, but fine, and you have 5.35 hours of oxygen, maybe 6 if we run the scrubbers hot. But Addie, we've had this discussion before. You won't have enough
Alan,
to...
It's fine. I have a plan.
I'm concerned that...
I have a plan.
Understood.
Now, open the hatch.
The canopy hydraulics are not responding. You'll have to pull the manual release.
Seriously. This stupid piece of junk.
I'm right here.
Ugh. Visibility's terrible. Any sign of the spire?
I'm not picking up anything new, just the original beacon signal. You'll need to use your wayfinder to locate an entry point, if there is one.
All right. Let's figure out where you're at, Grace.
You know the beacon could be anything. A lost colony, a relay station.
200 distinct oral histories can't be wrong, Alan. Grace
Return
is
to
here.
Grace, 30 gamer score. Wow. Alright. I thought the stream almost ended there for a second, but I checked it again and it looks fine.
I can't believe this storm. Where would this have come from?
There is record of ancient terraforming on other moons. I think it's safe to assume that Ganymede is not an exception.
Alright. There's gonna be I wonder if there's gonna be a jump scare in this game or not. Like, the low visibility would make for a good jump scare right about now, I bet. Alright. Is there any,
There's
is
something
this
man-made
anything?
here. It's like a weather station, or maybe a seismic station. It looks the era of that relay from the Dawes Sea Dig. It's at least 700 years old, Alan.
Interesting.
There's a little bridge here. There wouldn't be much sense of building this if we weren't within walking distance of the spire.
By all estimates, the beacon is within 400 meters.
This looks climbable.
This game is basically just like a walking simulator. That's alright.
Which way here? Oh no! Yep, there goes the back again.
What happened?
Fell into a stupid fissure. Looking for a new way to reach the spire. Or at least someplace where it will be easier to find my body.
Huh?
Looks a little tight.
Alright.
It's opened up again. Another station. Too close together to be weather stations.
So seismic then. Icequakes would be the risk of building here. So it makes sense they would track activity. The surface temperature is dropping. We can't maintain your thermals much longer.
Close. I can feel it.
I wish I shared your optimism.
My God. This has to be it.
What are you seeing, Addie?
I'm looking at what must be the spire superstructure. I can't imagine how something this big has gone undetected for this long.
A 500-year-old storm?
I don't know. Doesn't seem possible. There's a destroyed surface ladder. I'll need to find another way in. I can see an exhaust port that might be low enough to jump to.
That's one heck of a jump.
Did you make it, Addie?
I'll let you know in 1 sec. I'm in. All right, Grace. Let's find out what you've been up to for the past 900 years. Solid ice this way. Hope my light still works.
Yo, another button to click other than A. I'll take it. Alright. Yeah, let's go this way. Let's enter
You
the
should
shaft.
see this spooky tunnel I'm in, Alan.
And why would I want that?
Come on, you're not excited?
You crash-landed me in a frozen hellscape and left me for salvage.
10 years of research, not to mention 6 months of spaceflight, are about to pay off.
But at what cost?
Don't ruin this for me. Looks like the tunnels can be air sealed. I'm guessing large parts of the station can be pressurized. These can't be powered. Must be airflow in the tunnels. I have to say, there's more atmosphere than I was expecting.
Not nearly enough to survive.
I'm looking at a pretty hefty blower. For venting, maybe?
Or for the production and movement of air.
Which means more than a few people used to live here.
It's really weird. Second time now, the stream ended on my phone, but then when I clicked on
Looks
it
like a
again,
bit of a
it's still
labyrinth.
going.
But I'm still picking up the signal ahead.
Really
And you
weird.
can still hear me?
Loud and clear, buddy. The structure looks to be in decent condition.
Another good sign.
I'll check the quality after the stream and see if it looks good or not.
Everything
There,
about
I don't
this
know.
place looks 30th century to me. It's the right era, the right size.
Don't say it, Addy. We've had our hopes dashed before.
This one's broken. I think I can crawl through.
I like how instead of having the ability to click like crouch and then crawl through it, it's just click A, then it's an animation to go through.
Jeez. That's gotta be over 15 meters.
And if gravity here is once...
Math. It's probably fine.
I could calculate outcome probabilities based on previous drop impacts if you've already jumped, haven't you?
Gosh, I hope this is the right way. Oh boy, this is slick.
Addy?
Oh no. Whoa.
Are you hurt, Addy?
I'm working on it. The structure is enormous. This has to be the Grey Spire, Alan.
And there it is. The perfect setup for disappointment.
I found the beacon. The transmitter is on some sort of console.
It must be part of a control network for the megastructure.
You think we can make a connection here?
Maybe.
Theoretically. If you run a scan, I can attempt to connect.
Dang, more achievements. All right. Where did it say to go again?
The interface language is quite old and sophisticated, but we should be able to calibrate your computer to interact. You can use your gyroscope to sync with the terminal. I have the first calibration position. The meter will indicate when you are close. First position is locked. Second calibration position is up. That's 2, and here's the final position.
That was
That's
easy
it.
enough.
We're in. Accessing the network now. Oh.
Shit. Alan, you there? Alan?
Hello?
Ha!
A visitor. Let's have a look.
Where's Alan? Who is this?
Who is this? Who are you? Entering a home without knowing its host.
Huh?
Are you... Grace?
Good question. I'm not entirely Grace. I'm running on just a small part of her logic processing.
Grace is still here.
And what brings you here?
My name is Adamari Ito. I'm an explorer.
I must apologize, Adamari. It would appear I have lost much of my capacity. I cannot see very far beyond the room we are in.
I've lost connection with my ship's AI.
You won't need Alan here. I can show you around.
Will you be able to let me out of this room?
Of course. But until we are able to restore power to the station, I will require your assistance. There should be a manual winch set in the floor at the foot of one of the sliding doors.
Alrighty. Hey, Sally Woodhull. I changed games because I finished the
Look
other
for
one.
a hinged floor grate at the foot of one of the doors.
Alrighty.
The winch is set in the floor below one of the doors.
This must be it.
Working the winch will open the door.
Let's open the winch.
Do you know where Grace has been all this time?
Grace went somewhere?
She's been gone for hundreds of years.
I am running on a very old server. My memories predate the completion of the Grace Spire.
Grace ushered in humanity's golden age. Peace across the system, booming interplanetary trade, scientific marvels, colonies beyond the orbit of Neptune. And then she was gone, and it all fell apart.
I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Well, you're a lot more than an archaeologist usually gets.
Alrighty. I bet we're almost to the top. Yep.
The first step to restoring Grace is to bring the Spire's power station back online.
Let's do it.
I'll light the way.
What do I do here?
This is a security panel. I am decrypting the pattern now. Ah, yes. Simple enough. You'll need to light up 9 buttons, forming a square at the center of the panel.
Okay. The 9 buttons in the center.
That is what I said.
If you're not Grace, then what do I call you?
I don't believe there are any identification strings in my base logic that would suffice.
I'll call you Logic then. For now. Until we have a better idea of who you are. And, you can call me Addie.
I will refer to you as Addie, then, until we have a better idea of who you are.
So what exactly are you?
The station's emergency server had defaulted to Grace's original logic processing. That's me, as you've suggested. The server can also run a program dedicated to the control of infrastructure, and a third system dedicated solely to empathizing with and understanding humans. When power is restored, Grace's primary servers should come online, and we will become some small part of Grace's consciousness.
This looks like metallic rock.
The power station is set into the Spire's foundation stone.
The foundation stone would have been an asteroid, right?
Most certainly. About 50 cubic kilometers, from what I can recall.
Amazing. Most accounts of Grace's origins talk about an asteroid being pulled from the heavens. That makes sense. There wouldn't be any construction resources on Ganymede and nothing to anchor the structure. I can't imagine the effort it would have taken to redirect an asteroid that big. We don't do anything like that today.
Once again, My phone said the stream ended, but I just checked it and it's here. That's really weird. Really weird.
Can you open this?
With some difficulty. I will need to direct power from logic to control processing. And I will not function at the same cognitive level until full power is restored.
What do you mean, at the same level?
Good luck, Addy.
You still there?
Where would I have gone?
You sound a little different.
Another one.
Just stronger. The voice of control resonates through the very walls of the structure. I shall start the turbine after you prime the generators that open the spillway.
Not
And this
the
turbine still
turbine
works?
from transit.
Worked before, and it will work again. You shall find the generators on the platform at the other side of the room.
Alrighty. These look like cartridges. You know what's in these?
Go to the 3 generators overlooking the turbine. You must prime the generators first.
Makes sense. So, why do you need me to start these?
Tradition. A time-honored failsafe of including human hands in the operation of this station.
So, do you share memories with the logic processor?
Indeed, we are all part of Grace. Aspects of her infinite power. Shadows of what was, and promises of what will be. I was the light that shone in the darkness. I was the hand that divided the firmament.
There's an eyelash assaulting my eyeball. There we go.
The turbine has failed us.
That's not good.
I must call upon you to cast out the wicked instrument,
The what?
the broken turbine. You must go to it now.
Alright. These look like crystal core processors. Amazing. You can find the material to build one of those today.
You must go to the turbine.
Going down. I'm safe to be down here, right?
You shall not be harmed. You must uncouple the safety latches.
That sounds unsafe.
It is not.
The graphics in this game seem way too good for how simple it is.
You must now go to the magnetic crane.
You're sure I'll be able to fix this?
If you trust in my word, yes.
You are red though, so we'll see.
You must first cast out the old turbine.
Oh, this is like Doom 3. We used to do that one part. Alright.
I said you must remove the broken turbine first.
My fault. Alright.
Now cast aside the wretched unit. Now you shall place the new turbine.
Hello?
Everett, is that you?
Grace?
Everett.
Behold my power.
What's happened?
I am reborn. Humanity will once again flourish in the brightness of my glory.
This isn't right. Our processing has not combined. Grace has not been restored.
I think she was here for a moment. She was calling to someone. Do you know who Everett is?
No. With power restored, my mind is clearer, sharper. But I could not tell you who Everett
Yo,
You
we
must
turned
leave
on the
this
power.
place at once. Return to your vessel and spread word of my return. From Sol's fiery core to the icy Kuiper expanse, all must know.
I've hijacked the volume control. I don't feel like this is going to be a short commandment. We'll see how long before he notices.
It took me nearly a year to get here. I want to know if Grace can be brought back.
There is more complex to explore if you head back to the control room through which you entered. We should determine where in the megastructure my central processors are located. Perhaps along the way you may learn more about this Everett.
I forbid you to linger a moment longer.
And he's back.
Like a divine comet, dive from the outer reaches and spread light and understanding to the inner
Please.
worlds.
I'm not leaving.
And you were showing such promise.
So, are there any accounts as to why Grace was shut down in the first place?
There's no electronic record at all. That would have been lost during the Great Dark Age.
Dark Age?
Much of humanity's record keeping would have been managed by Grace. So, she went down 900 years ago, so did the ability to record what happened. The research that led me here was based on oral histories mostly, and some artifacts we uncovered on Earth and Mars. Relay devices that were once connected to Grace's network.
Then we share an interest in shedding light on this Dark Age. From what I can tell, there is some sort of transit system on the other side of the control
Not
room, which should lead
transit.
you to the other parts of the spire.
That's funny. Alright.
I will illuminate the door leading to this transit system. Alas, I require your nimble fingers again.
Alright, what's the pattern?
Another easy one. The Phoenician letter Taw.
Who would know that?
I don't know. Perhaps an archaeologist? How about the Greek letter Chi? The Roman numeral 10?
Okay.
Please tell me you know your Roman numerals. How about a big fat X? You know that one? Perhaps it's the symbol you use to sign documents.
Just give me a sec.
I was actually about to Google what the Greek letter chi was, but I can do this.
Got it.
This is not the way to your ship.
Do you believe Grace could have done something to cause humans to turn on her?
Like what?
Like becoming too overbearing?
Humans would have been given no reason to question my bearing.
It's one of my theories, yes? This must be the main entrance. I'm guessing the landing pad is on the other side of the big doors?
That's correct, Addie. Though the pad appears to be buried under meters of ice.
What are these for?
They appear to be terminals for processing visitors to the spire, but they no longer store any useful information.
This looks Olympian or Neo-Egyptian. The triangle must represent the spire. Beautiful, don't you think?
Does it matter if it's beautiful?
That's another way to see it, sure. Cool statue. Or maybe it's a mobile. Do the little moons move?
Perhaps at one point in time. though I'm not sure of the relevance of that.
Just curious. Is this an airlock?
Yes, the spire beyond this point can be pressurized. I assume your suit has limited oxygen?
I have about 5 hours left.
That's quite a risk you're taking. Were you assuming station life support could be restored?
Well, can it?
I believe so. But for reasons I'll never understand, life support is controlled by empathy processing.
The stream
I
says it
suppose they
ended
had to give him
again, but
something
it's
to
still
do.
going. It's
I
really
will
weird.
enable that programming now.
Really weird.
Hello, Addie.
Hello. So you're going to get oxygen going?
The process has already begun, my friend. No rush.
Again.
If you let me accompany you along the path ahead, I can balance the environment.
I need to get a better way to look at chat.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh,
Wow.
plants.
How are these plants still intact?
Yo, is this the
They must
biodome
have been
from
subject
Moon?
to a very sudden drop in temperature while still alive.
What is this place?
Remaining connected to one's natural world is important for a person's well-being. A fitting starting point for those entering the structure, don't you think? Do you recognize any of the objects in this section of the garden? I'd love to know what you think of them. For the calibration process.
This looks like Pacific Revival. Part of an archway, maybe. That's a pretty big piece to ship all this way.
So it must be important. Even though it's no longer holding up a roof.
I guess its purpose has changed.
As can happen with people, too.
Am I doing this right?
You are doing splendidly.
I'm sorry. This cannot possibly be necessary.
Temperature preferences can vary considerably between individuals. Careful calibration is essential.
How about above freezing and we proceed?
It's really up to Addie. If you don't wish to consider more objects, I can set the temperature within a survivable range, and you can move on to the flower bed next to the stairs.
Is this a lantern?
An expression of our certainty in the flow of time.
How so?
A craftsman spent months carving this remarkable device based on the absolute certainty that after day, night would follow.
Alright, I follow.
What's the point of this, Addie?
I'm an explorer. I'm here to learn. I have no idea what this is. A weapon or tool of some kind?
That's an
It's
anvil,
a device
bro.
for working metal. Why do you suppose it's in this garden, Addie?
It could be a symbol of hard work.
An industrious future? Or a laborious past, perhaps? You're not a planner, are you?
I've been told that. This must be Terra Classical, or made in the style.
The ancient Greeks boarded their ships and set out to explore the world, discover its gods, and conquer its monsters. You are an explorer, Addie. But are you here to meet a god or to slay some beast, I wonder? What would you say these objects have in common?
I think
They're
we're here to
artifacts
click
from long
A
before
and
the building of
sometimes
the
the letter
station.
Y.
The things we leave behind say something about us, don't they?
What a society leaves behind is all we have in understanding how they lived.
But we're interested in what you were willing to leave behind in order to come here.
Haven't left a whole lot, to be honest.
I believe that's all I will need to set the perfect temperature.
Finally.
You can move on to
This
the flower.
statue could be outer colonial. It's simple, but it's quite beautiful, I guess.
And why would its beauty matter?
People like pretty things.
A human truth spanning thousands of years. Do you see them, Addie? Life in perfect stillness? The flowers define
Another
the
achievement.
hoarfrost, as
I'm
you have defied
curious
the
what makes you
emptiness
so
of space
curious.
to arrive here.
I guess.
Alright.
Which one are you?
Pardon me?
Which one of these blooms best embodies your spirit?
Seriously?
It's important I know these things in the
Yo,
balancing
some
of
hydrangeas.
ergonomics.
Fancy words do not make this any less idiotic.
Go ahead, Addie. There are no wrong choices.
How about this one?
A solid choice. You walked an unsteady path to get here, and I think you've come in search of comfort, perhaps. Or you wish to become part of something bigger than yourself. I'm making the lighting adjustments now. Ah, perfect timing. The room is fully compressed, and we can go about setting oxygen levels.
Call me old-fashioned, but how about the traditional 21%?
Go ahead and seat yourself at the center of the pergola. Whenever you're ready, you can move to the space under the pergola. I have one last exercise for the life support balancing. Very good. Now, when you're ready, you can remove your helmet.
My helmet?
Of course. You can't sample the air I've prepared with it on.
And you're sure it's safe?
Your well-being is the most important thing, Addie. I'm certain it is safe.
Okay.
Now I want you to take a deep breath. A nice, deep breath. Hold it there. 3, 2, 1.
Isn't this what happened in that one Alien prequel movie? They took off their helmets and then they breathed in those
let go,
spores,
Addie.
and that got them all infected.
Beautiful. And when you're ready, another deep breath in. Deep as you can, Addie. Hold it. 3, 2, 1, and release. Very good, Addie. Feel all that built-up stress from your long journey here release into the ether.
Oh, please.
Shut out any negative energy and take in another life-nurturing breath. Fill those marvelous lungs. Hold it. 3, 2, 1, and release. Wonderful.
Even the station has a limited supply of oxygen.
Next, I want you to really open your body by reaching up toward the sky. Wonderful. How's that feel, Addie?
Kinda nice?
And we're almost done the calibration. For our last exercise, I will ask you to stand up.
Okay.
Now, once you're centered, you can hold your hands in a relaxed position in front of you. Now transfer your weight onto one foot. I want you to hold that for 10 seconds.
Okay.
What could this possibly have to do with oxygen levels?
It's about balancing.
Literal balancing? Unbelievable.
Almost there.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Let's try again.
What?
Hold it.
Oh.
That's
It mu-
okay.
It must
Try
be
again.
like a
How in the world did you get this far, Addie?
predetermined
Just
failure.
concentrate on your
'Cause
breathing.
I was going the right direction.
Hold it.
Huh?
You'll get this. Just concentrate.
All right, we got this. We got it this time.
Hold it.
Oh, you have to tap it. I was holding,
3,
but you have to tap it.
2, 1, and that's
Okay.
10 seconds. Excellent, Addie. We've done great work here today. I've made note of these settings for the other parts of the station.
Nice.
So we can move to the transit system now?
The door out is just up the stairs past the flowers.
I'll do my best to get the oxygen mix just right in the rest of the station. Just let me know if anything is not quite working for you.
You don't suspect Grace was shut down in a human conflict?
Maybe. Or you were abandoned over time.
Abandoned?
We've walked away from a lot of great things. Very cool.
These tracks move transport pods to other levels of this complex.
Let's see if we can get this thing working. That's a lot of ice. I wonder if that's going to be a problem.
Probably.
You wouldn't build a system like this if you didn't need to move a lot of people. which bodes well for finding something cool at the other end. This must be the transit control room. Looks like people worked here. This looks like a welder's jetpack. It's been disassembled for some reason. This one looks to be in working order.
The stream says it ended again on my phone. That's so weird. Because it's still going. I don't know what is causing that.
No power?
There is no current running
No
to this
power.
console.
Just like home.
Control will be required to reroute power.
And you defied my wishes to tell the solar system of my return.
I'm just looking for answers, boss.
I am the only answer.
Control? Fine. Where's the electrical access for the room?
To the left of the rear door. But as I said, you will need control to reroute power to the console.
This era of electronics is dead simple. Won't hurt to take a look. This should show the power status of the room's various systems. Well, nothing in the room is on standby.
As I'd said,
I'm gonna have to look at the breakers. My dad worked on older machines for a living. They're not predictable things. They have quirks.
I sense that there is joy in this work for Addie.
well, I can tell you there is no joy running to any of those breakers.
Sometimes a good whack will knock something into place.
It's worth a try.
Well, there's your problem right there. Someone's removed the entire power relay.
As I told you.
So why can't Control help us? Isn't he programmed to serve humans?
He's more accustomed to tasks like maintaining power grids across entire planets, while I'm very much attuned to the needs of individuals.
What about you, Logic?
I apparently offer wisdom to the wind.
You activated Control and Empathy.
For all the good that did us.
Is there another configuration we can call on?
Grace's core processors contain only these 3 systems.
Can you combine the systems? Take the edge off Control with a little Empathy?
I suppose it's possible, but there's no telling what the outcome of something like that would be.
Could it be any worse than Control?
It can always be worse.
It sounds like a wonderful idea, Addie.
You're right. What do I know? Don't blame me if he turns out to be a murderer.
Addie?
Yep,
Another
it's
one.
me.
Great. What are we doing again?
We're powering up pods.
So, you want to hotwire this thing?
Yes, please.
All right. Rerouting is good to go. You can meet me at the breaker panel.
This kind of reminds me of High on Life, where all the guns in that game talk to you, whereas in this game you have a bunch of different things talking to you on your wrists.
Go ahead and flip the switches.
You got it, pal.
And I'm Pal?
Sure. We'll call you pal.
Breakers look good. Now you can push the buttons that turn on the different systems. Power's up. I'll let you do the honors. Go
Here
ahead.
we go.
Oh, that's not good. I'm so sorry, Addie. I thought I would have enough power to do this for you. It seems so important for you to ride in a pod.
I think the track is just jammed with ice.
Ice? You'd think I would be able to handle a little ice.
It's okay. Is there, some kind of de-icing system or something?
I don't know.
There is not.
Alright, let's look for something to deal with the ice. This could be promising.
Would it be heavy enough to smash the ice?
Maybe. But I'm more interested in what that welding gun might do to the ice. Alright, pal. Let's try this one on for size.
So, what's it gonna do exactly?
Oh, I think you're gonna like it. This is a welder. See if it still works. That's not gonna cut it. Are you able to control this?
For you, I could definitely try.
Can you open
What
the
does
fuel
that
throttle
mean?
to the torch?
Okay. Whoa. I like that. What is it?
That's called an icebreaker, pal. Any idea where the flight controls are?
Someone removed them.
Okay.
I can take control if you like.
You know how to fly this?
Looks pretty easy. Stuff shoots out the back and you get thrown up in the air.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, it's working. We can fly.
Easy, pal.
Well, where do you want to go?
Alright. If you can move me to the pod, we can have a look at the ice. And, pal, it's super important that you don't cut the engines or move too fast. I don't want to get hurt.
I know, but it's great, isn't it?
Yep. As long as you don't kill me. Alright. This should be close enough.
It's so bright and warm.
Just hold me steady.
This is really hard. It's these stupid flames are throwing me around.
You may want to ease up, Addie. Don't push him too hard. Short bursts, Addie. He's really struggling.
I think that's good. Let's have a look at the rest of the track.
You got it. As long as you're not using the fire shooter, flying is pretty easy.
Just keep it up, literally. There's more ice here on the right. Whoa, hold it steady.
Sorry, this is awful.
You're quite sadistic, aren't you, Addie?
I wonder if you'll actually crash or if it's just
Boy.
dialogue.
I can only hold it steady for a few seconds. Addie.
Almost there.
Let's keep going.
The stream says it ended again. I'm gonna set it to loop, and then maybe that'll keep it
And
playing
this
even if
last
it
bit
stops.
here.
We'll try that.
Now you've got the hang of it.
This is so cool. It's like the best day of my life.
Well, I'm afraid we're almost done. Think that's it? Do you think you can get me back?
Yeah, I know. You got stuff to do.
That's fun, pal. We make a good team, right?
Yeah, I like the part where we burn the ice while flying.
Me too. Okay, I'm gonna bring down the pod.
So, where are we heading again?
I will be able to obtain structure schematics once we reach the next level.
You think we'll see any dead bodies?
Hope so. Do you know if the pod system has stops along the way?
It does not. We are arriving at the track terminus now.
This looks like a settlement. Can't believe how well preserved it is.
You think people could be alive in there?
You should really consider thinking before you speak. And then consider not speaking.
Logic. As long as life support is functional, it's not entirely impossible that someone's taken up here.
Or they could be zombies.
Well, that settles it. I'll disable PAL now.
Don't you dare. We might need him.
Ooh, more buttons.
You really are unburdened by intellect, aren't you?
What's the pattern here?
It's the Latin zes.
Huh?
Right, slower processors. You might call it a backwards Z or Z. And you'll need to make it the full width and height of the panel. Just having PAL running in the background is making us all a little stupider. Honestly, do you know what backwards is? Do you know what a Z looks like?
There.
I've been thinking about why anyone would want Grace to be shut down. And I wonder if there could have been a flaw in her base programming.
Like what?
Control and empathy programming divert valuable processing power away from cognitive ability.
Which way am I going?
The big colorful doors. As I was saying, empathy interferes with practical decision-making. Control is a 4-year-old.
You are a 4-year-old.
Please stop. It says Keeper Rosaline.
She looks like a keeper.
She's pretty.
What do you suppose a keeper is?
It must have been a revered title if a statue was made for her.
Huh. Spire caretaker, maybe.
The key to restoring Grace may be about understanding her potential flaws.
Are you going to tell me the pattern?
You think we're flaws?
Having a few flaws is perfectly all right.
Logic sounds jealous to me.
Jealous? Of what? You can't even open doors without me.
Where are you going with this?
We'll talk again once you can tell me who Everett is. Figure that out, and I'll grant you access to the main elevator.
Grant me access? Logic. Seriously?
She has no way to do things without your help. It must be frustrating for her.
Could we create another hybrid? Logic and empathy?
Yeah. Like how you made me. I could give it a try.
Stop, stop, stop. You'll burn the place down. I will run a logic and empathy configuration as long as you promise never to allow PAL here to do any reconfiguring of our processing.
Deal.
I don't think that smart lady likes me very much.
Hello, Addie. Where do you want to start?
Can
Another
we
one.
start with the security door to the settlement elevator?
They are encrypted. It would take me days to work out the pattern.
Is there any other way into the settlement?
There is a room off to the side that does not have an encrypted entry. Perhaps we'll find something helpful there.
So you can open these ones?
They have simple passcodes. I can retrieve and play back for you. You will need to enter the sequence manually.
Simon says I can do that. Well, there's only one sequence. That was really easy.
This looks like another control room. Do you know what this is?
It appears to be some sort of interface from which humans can track activity within the spire. Elements of the interface are missing. I'm not sure I can access it.
I think my comm device can be calibrated to connect.
Of course, yes. Let's give that a try.
More missing equipment.
This looks carefully removed.
Looks like the image from the spire entrance. This must be the spire structure. It must be in this section here. Can you tell me where Grace's processors are located?
You would need to access the console. There are records here of people who have occupied the rooms over the years.
Do we know the spire's capacity?
50 units. There are millions of names here.
Millions.
You got it.
If a million people cycled through here, no one could have lived here that long.
A few weeks at most, by my estimates. Okay, I found record of an Everett who stayed on the 3rd floor. Unlike other visitors, there is no record of him leaving the spire.
So, Everett was a worker, or a colonist who lived here. Is that enough for you, Logic?
Hardly. It does nothing to explain why Grace would be calling to him.
So I'll need to find a way up to the 3rd floor.
Perhaps we can find one on the spire map.
These are databanks?
Yes, they contain flight records to and from the spire.
Anything interesting about the records?
The bookings seem to be coming from internal servers, meaning the trip planning and coordination is all done here.
Where are people traveling from?
Everywhere. Destinations seem very evenly distributed throughout the solar system.
All right. What are we looking for?
Grace processors are located at the top of the structure, as might be expected. There is also a massive radio beacon.
The beacon is the key, Addy. You must go now to activate the beacon to call the masses back to the spire.
Just a few minutes ago, you wanted me to leave on my ship.
The beacon is the answer. It has always been the answer.
Okay. Can you get me to the beacon then? Control?
Control will not be able to override security.
Then we need to learn more about Everett.
Here's the room where Everett once stayed.
Ooh, maybe we can see it from the balcony.
Possibly, but I don't see a viable route to get there.
I can see apartments.
Those are on level 2.
Well, if we can get to that balcony, maybe we can find a way to level 3. I
There
can
we
climb
go.
this.
I suppose.
I don't see many other options. It's pretty much a straight shot across. Looks sturdy enough.
Even in low G, a fall could result in an injury.
I've already fallen a few times from this height.
Careful, Addy. If you broke a leg, how would you get back to your ship?
You sound like my mom. Whoa.
Addy! Addy! Are you okay?
I was wondering if that would have the
Fine, but
balancing
you can't be
thing.
yelling things while I'm trying to cross.
So, you're going to try again after that? You nearly broke your neck, Addy.
Yep, you're totally my mom.
Falling's kind of fun. It's like really short flying.
Please, be careful.
This is so cool.
Quiet, please.
Just concentrate on your breathing.
Yikes.
This is so exciting.
Breathe, Addy. Very good. Now keep walking forward.
I can't watch.
I knew you could do it.
You should really try running across next time.
I'm hoping there won't be a next time.
It'd be faster too.
Looks pretty empty. Maybe the rooms were for short work contracts.
2-week work contracts?
Or were people just visiting the spire? This looks like a shrine.
To honor Grace.
That looks like her symbol. Some weird little lavatory.
They've changed much over the years.
Not really. I've seen weirder. I've seen ones where people sat on ceramic bowls of water.
If they pooped in the water, what did they drink?
Well, check out the rooms, I guess. Look for a way to the next level?
You still don't know whoever it is, do you?
Why does the yellow one want to know so much? They must know more than they're
light up
letting
the
on or
pattern for you.
something. I wasn't paying attention.
Try again.
Another empty bedroom. I don't see a way up.
I do. Oh. What is... This looks really weird. Is that like a mirror? I don't know what that is. If that's just like an error on their end or something. It's weird.
Where did these go to?
This entire settlement is connected to a vacuum tube system. From what I can tell, they are headed in one direction, the top of the spire. Here's the code.
Not much here either. Travel packs.
So visitors brought in their own food.
They really didn't stay for long then. It's like they were on pilgrimages. Someone's made off with the mattress?
As a souvenir, maybe.
The stream says it ended again. For next stream, I should figure out how to put chat on the screen so that I can see it without looking at my phone. I'm pretty sure there's a way.
Here we go.
We still have one level to go.
Hey, there's another beam here. I think it's a shortcut.
It is more direct, but I wouldn't advise it. You're better off finding a way through the apartments. Besides, I know how much you like to explore.
This must lead to an elevator.
It does, but it's another encrypted lock.
Aren't you getting a little ahead of yourself?
I guess if you don't want to do the beam stuff, that's okay.
Here's the code.
I don't see any signs of unrest or violence.
And they left little behind.
People sat or knelt here.
This was a place for meditation.
Well, nothing to climb here. What are these?
From what I can tell, they're audio recordings.
Of what, I wonder?
We would require a playback device to learn more. There may be a way to access the recording through your wrist communicator with the aid of a signal amplifier. But that would only be possible by adding an element of control to my logic processing capabilities.
So you need to create a control and logic configuration.
Like a little brother?
Well, it's the only combination left. May as well, Mom.
All right. Here we go.
Hello?
Maybe he's sleeping.
So you require a tool upgrade.
It's a boy.
We were hoping you could set up my comm device to help play back recordings.
Already done. Just hold your device up to the canister. You will be able to access the recording the same way you've been connecting to other systems.
Okay.
Hey, Grace. So I'm pretty sure I was the youngest person on the flight here, and the only Darksider, which was a bit of a surprise. My friends are still sending me halos on what to wish for, mostly stupid suggestions. And my parents made me promise to not waste it on something boyfriend-related, which I agree would also be stupid. So, here it goes. I wish for the lunar terraform to be finished. We're lucky enough to be in the dome, but thousands of kids are still stuck in the tunnels, and their families don't have enough money to take Earth trips. So they've never really been in a space wider than 3 meters without a pea suit, which really sucks. So whatever you can do to make that happen would be great. Thanks, Grace.
I'd hate to tell her, but the terraform never happened. People came here to make wishes?
For Grace to grant?
I'm unclear how she would go about granting the wishes of so many visitors.
So, what should we call the new config?
I do not require a name.
Might make it easier if you had one.
I will let you know if a suitable name occurs to me.
I'll try to think of some too.
Here you go.
Someone tore this apart.
And took the pieces somewhere?
You're right. That's certainly interesting. Another dead end.
Oh, I've got one. We can name him Pal Jr.
I was thinking something that sums up what he does.
I can do many things. Pretty much anything you require.
So you're a jack of all trades.
So we could call you Jack.
What do you think of that, Jack?
I will answer to Jack then, if you like.
All the rooms have these tubes. Figure this was left here as a token, or an offering? All right.
Hello, Grace. This is Madeleine Torre. I'd hoped this trip would be my chance to connect with others who care about you. Now, I'm not sure anyone takes these wishes seriously anymore. So, that's my wish. Help me find someone. Someone who loves you as much as I do.
Huh, that's interesting.
She sounded lonely.
Another way up.
This is level 3, Addie.
Let's look for evidence of Everett. What's the code?
Of course.
I am able to enter the codes directly if you would like.
Let her do it on her own.
No, I like doing Simon Says.
Any
You don't
way
need
of
to do
knowing
that,
if this was
chat.
Everett's room?
The records only give the level. We'll just have to look around.
Let's try this one.
Hello, Grace. I've thought much about what I'd say when I got here. I know it's important for my parents that I make my wish count. So, I guess I wish for them to be proud of me. Thank you, Grace.
Hey, Grace. I really don't know why you would choose me. I guess no one really knows why they're called to the Spire, but I'm greatly honored. At my age, I thought
That's all I can recover from this one.
It sounds like Grace chose who came here.
That explains why Grace arranged all the flights to and from the Spire. She was in control of it all. Here you go. That's not it. Again, Addie.
Honestly, how did you ever manage to get here on your own?
There we go. Looks like Olympia Mon colors. I guess the team's old enough.
This is Mark Anthony Wong, and I was called to Grace from our station Phoenix. Not sure if anyone will hear this, but the whole tube system is shut down right now. People are not happy, and I'm getting a little scared, to be honest. I'll be locking myself in until the shuttle returns, and I'm leaving this in case something really bad happens.
That's a little ominous.
My wish? Oh, I'll tell you my wish. 10 years ago, we're on Venus. madness at the Big Dome, huge crowd. Olympia Mons favored 4-1, loses 5-1. 6 years ago, on Earth against South Union, loses 2-1. 2 years ago, South Union again, this time up north. I took the boys 3 months round trip. They go 90 minutes, no score. Extra time, no score. South Union takes it again in penalties. You want my wish, Gracie? The next World Cup is on Mars. I wish that Olympia faces South Union again and destroys them, like Space Me Out the Airlock humiliated. That would be a game. That's my wish. So how do I end this?
Olympia's still a crap team.
Perhaps Grace was rendered inactive by football hooligans.
Grace likely fostered sports as an alternative outlet for uncontrolled aggression. Of course people would come to her to share their passions.
Here you go. Nope.
I can always do this for you. Just say the word.
That's it. Someone left a portrait.
Hey, the tube system is no longer accepting wishes. If anyone knows how to reach Keeper Everett, please let him know.
Keeper Everett.
It sounds like keepers were Spire caretakers.
When did Everett stay on this floor?
2955.
That's 20 years before this message was recorded.
So he stayed on after his visit and became a keeper? Why was there no record of that?
I would think answers lie at the other end of these vacuum tubes.
From what I can tell, the tube system runs through the central elevator shaft.
Logic? You gonna let us in, considering we know Everett was a keeper?
But do you know what a keeper is?
We'll need access to the elevator to learn more.
Ah, a classic paradox.
Logic.
Fine. If you're done snooping around, I will grant you access to the elevator. Or you could uncover more canisters and learn more about the people who came here.
Reaching the beacon is the priority. You must move on.
Let's listen to all the canisters, why not?
Logic will open the way to the beacon. You must go to the elevator.
Hold your horses.
I'm here, Grace. Najisha, she was so excited when I got the summons. We talked about this for months. Who we could help. Who was most deserving. She honestly believed we could come up with a wish that could make everything perfect. Thank you for choosing me. And thank you for letting me delay coming here. I want to be true to her memory, her wishes, her unlimited love for humanity. But my only wish, the only thought I have, is to have her back. I want her back.
There couldn't have actually been anything Grace could have done for her.
Grace allowed her to voice her grief.
That must be Najisha.
Here you go.
Perfect. Hey, what happened to the lights?
I believe Control has turned them off, Addie.
Not cool, boss. Control?
You'll need to use your helmet light.
Unbelievable.
Why do you insist on defying me?
I'm just doing my job.
Doubt you'll ever get this message, Grace. We've been waiting weeks now. I hope Keeper Everett is okay. I've been told his sermons are wonderful. And I hope you will be able to deliver the word of grace again soon. Make things work. I'd like you to know that we still love you and think about you. Great comfort to our family over the years. We've all made them. For us, with your wisdom, you are missed.
So Grace would receive wishes, and then leave people with instruction in the form of sermons. Could that really be all there was to it?
Ideas are powerful. Perhaps just returning with a more enlightened perspective was enough to move society toward common goals.
Highly unlikely. Grace must have had some control over planetary infrastructure, if she was to have had the influence you suspect.
Look how beat up this is.
It must have been done in anger.
I believe fear also played a part here.
I've been instructed by Grace to make a wish. Not something big and altruistic, not for someone else, but for me. A real, honest wish, my heart's true desire. Honestly, this long flight to the middle of nowhere, months without my family, missing the harvest with a per diem that barely covers expenses, for what? Some mystical song and dance that makes us feel like we're somehow part of this robot theocracy. This whole thing, the temple, the hushed tones, the awe that people seem to show this place is ridiculous. My honest wish is to be left alone long enough to actually make some headway on the farm and pull in a decent crop.
It doesn't sound like everyone was happy to come here.
For Grace to understand what made people unhappy was just as important as knowing what made them content.
The stream quality looks like it's kind of lagging a little bit. That's alright, as long as it's still going.
Here you go.
Great.
Whoa, these symbols are kind of spooky.
Only Grace.
Are we allowed to draw on the windows here?
Certainly not. The people who did this were looking for trouble.
I don't recognize these words. They look like technical or medical terms. A list of supplies, maybe.
Or a list of demands.
My demand is that you go to the elevator at once.
They were tracking something here. Terracycles, maybe?
They'd lost sync with Earth?
Or the Spire lost power.
thinking a lot, and I feel like, you know, there's been peace for like centuries now, right? But I watch the old Halos, and there's wars and bad guys and pirates and people who need saving, and it's exciting, right? And of course, you know, it's awful, people dying. But I feel like there's no way to, like, prove yourself. You know? Nothing to fix or protect. Does that make any sense? I just want something, like, anything at all to happen. I guess that's what I wish for. You know, not like a
Today's
war,
stream's in
just,
30 FPS.
Just something.
How did that happen?
So this guy was just bored?
Like me.
I think this was the last room.
It is.
Finally.
I don't know. I don't know why the stream's in 30 FPS. Obviously it's lagging really bad right now. I don't know. We got an achievement. We call this archaeology. Search all rooms. Okay. I'm curious. Are the stream settings correct? Let me check really quick. Everything looks fine. I don't know. Very odd. Let me try something. If I pop out the YouTube chat, will it appear over the game? No, it won't. Let me see. I bet you there's some way to make that work. I'll look that up later. Alrighty, so if that's all rooms, then we made a circle maybe? Oh yeah, we need to loop back to this door down here, I think.
You're looking pretty smug.
What's the pattern?
Another easy one. Light the four corners of the pad. You really didn't need my help for this one. It would be a common pattern when guessing symbols.
I have to give you something to do, right? Look at all the vacuum tubes. Must be one in every room in the settlement. Keepers must have been busy.
It's what Grace does with the wishes that should interest us.
my cursor
Did you like
down.
my little game?
You mean the game where you refused to help us?
I provided you with the opportunity to prove yourself. Is that not why you're here?
I'm an archaeologist. I'm here to do my job.
I don't think Addie enjoys having obstacles placed in the way of her goals.
We have arrived at our destination.
The Spire pilgrims must have gathered here. To listen to the Keeper's sermons, I guess.
People will return here once the beacon is restored. Flock and shepherd will be reunited.
People were clearly sleeping here. They must have dragged this up from the settlement. Pilgrims were building fires. Why would they do that? Someone went through a lot of food. Guessing they were here for a while.
Judging by bedding and volume of food containers, 5 to 10 people might have been here for over 20 days.
Where is Grace? Well, I'm not alone in wondering.
That's a lot of
I
recordings.
am here. It is the people who are lost.
It must have been written with charcoal from the fires. Wish canisters.
These have never been used.
For recording wishes, maybe. They look pretty banged up.
Okay, we're not going to listen to him.
Seems to be holding my weight. More camps. Another stage in the siege. Looks like the numbers really fell off here. Most gave up by now.
Or died?
No bodies yet. Death to Everett. Pretty clear who they blamed. This must be an attempted barricade. I'm guessing there was a lengthy siege. So, when Grace shut down, the Pilgrims blamed the Keeper. They demanded to see Grace, or thought they could reactivate her. The Keeper turned off the heat. Pilgrims built fires, dug in. They eventually got restless. Wish canisters started flying. As Pilgrims were breaking through the partition, the Keeper and his followers built up a barricade. We'll have to make our way through the barricade to learn how it ended. So the Keeper must have stood here, addressed the visitors, gave his sermons. You imagine having the solar system coming to you for answers?
The Keeper was merely a vessel for the word of grace.
Then why not have Grace address them?
There's sometimes more power in what is imagined than in what is seen.
This must weigh a ton. At least a couple people worked together to break through here.
Another achievement. Let them come. Nice, nice. Go here through here, maybe? No.
You'll want your light, Addie.
Right. Second barricade. Looks like they got under this one. Do we know where this goes?
To a funicular that leads to the next section of the spire.
Oxygen tanks. Everett up the ante. Cut off life support here. Long live Grace.
Apparently not.
This canister looks undamaged.
And it has been recorded on.
Oxygen is almost out. We are going to make one last push today before returning to the ships. Grace, help us. We will win.
Dang, the stream looks delayed by like a lot. Not doing too hot today.
Hold on, Addie. The room beyond the airlock is uncompressed. I don't believe it can be sealed. Something must have been compromised. You'll want your helmet on.
The tracks ahead lead to the highest point of the spire, known as the lighthouse.
Is that where we'll find Grace's processors?
Obviously.
You need only worry about the beacon, Addie.
An emergency exit?
For certain. It opens to the moon's surface.
Not going there yet. This doesn't look operational.
Let me try it, Addie.
Okay.
Come on! It's ice again?
The force needed to break through the ice dam would only come from directing all power to control processors.
Which only I can do.
Great.
On one condition.
And what's that?
You shall have no others before me. Cast aside that device on your wrist and continue with me alone.
Whoa, hang on.
No, Addie.
But how will I communicate with you?
Mine is the only voice that resonates freely throughout every aspect of the spire. My words live within the vessel in which you stand now. They reverberate through the very walls of the Enclave above. Through the many devices and instruments at my control.
Yep, I got it. You're everywhere.
What if she needs another configuration for something?
She will not.
Is there another way to get to the
The
top?
stream looks like it's
Of
delayed
course.
by like
The
5 minutes.
funicular
That's
is
not
merely
very
the
good
most
looking.
survivable option.
Throw the device from the
Maybe even
funicular
more.
window to take your place at my side.
Is there
So
is this
if I
a
throw this
decision?
away, you'll take me to the top.
It will be done.
There must be other options, Addie.
The emergency exit in the airlock may provide an alternative path.
I should consider other options first. I should consider other options first. I should consider other options first. This door leads out into the storm?
To your certain demise. Yes.
He's being dramatic. Your death is only marginally likely.
In theory, you could follow the funicular track up the mountain slope to the base of the lighthouse structure.
It would be dangerous.
So I give up my options by throwing away my comm, or take my chances in the storm.
It's an important decision, to be sure.
You must not do this, Addie. In taking this risk, you jeopardize all of humanity. Would you deny them my guidance and protection?
This is what can happen when you make ultimatums.
You and your ilk were distracting Addie from her true purpose.
We are providing Addie with a variety of perspectives.
Sorry, boss. I'm keeping my comm device.
You may not live to regret this, but countless billions in the solar system will.
The storm is...
Hello? Must be interference from the storm.
Addie,
Alan?
where are you?
I was right, Alan. I found Grace.
You need to return immediately, Addie. Your oxygen must be dangerously low.
I'm good, Alan.
You need to listen
Yo,
to me.
Alan's
if I'd
back.
listened
Let's
to you,
go.
we wouldn't have made it past Mars.
Wait, did you say Grace is still active?
Not exactly, but I'm working with her oldest servers to try to bring her back online.
Well, one of these servers is actively blocking me.
I can guess which one.
You need to get that.
Alan? Alan!
You're not considering climbing across that structure, are you?
Do I have a choice?
There is also a path that descends into the canyon. It looks well worn and preserved over time, which means it's likely sheltered and safe.
And boring.
The funicular structure looks faster. And more fun.
Don't tease, Addie. The walk will give you time to think. And perhaps a chance for us to talk. What are you thinking, Addie?
It's the fastest way to the other side.
Or to the bottom of the canyon.
I'm with you, Addie.
Slow and steady. Don't forget to breathe.
Whoa.
Breathe, Addie. That's it. Well done.
Oh boy.
In through your nose, out through your mouth. You're in control.
Not sure this was the smartest choice.
Nonsense. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
But what kills you, kills you.
Take it in, Addie. How many humans can say they've climbed across a train track bridge thingy in a lunar ice storm? We only live once, right?
Not sure that applies to you.
Oh, maybe not. But who knows what's going to happen at the end of all this? We gotta enjoy it while it lasts, right?
Maybe you're right, pal. That's a bit of a stretch.
You can make that, right, Addie?
Please consider the consequences here.
You're back.
I never left, Addie. I simply can't. And you can't make that jump.
It is unlikely, and a failed attempt would risk grave injury.
Listen to logic. You must turn back and take the canyon path.
But we're so close!
We can make the jump.
Yes!
No. Ah!
Maybe
You
not.
okay? I think I heard something break.
That would be Addie's helmet light. Otherwise, your suit is intact.
Just winded, I think.
I'm so sorry, Addie. I thought for sure you could make it.
Sorry to disappoint.
Your vitals are still good. Can you stand?
Yeah, just give me a second.
Addie?
I can say it, Mom.
I'm
You're
gonna
right.
check the upload
I don't
speed.
want to be
'Cause
right.
the
I
stream
want
is
you to be
delayed by
okay.
a lot
Are
at this
you
point.
okay?
Very good. Internet
really,
speed
but-
test.
But you're going to push on.
I'm gonna push on.
That explains it. Coming in at a whopping 1 megabyte per second upload speed. That explains it right there. That explains it. That explains the poor stream's delayed. I almost wonder if someone is doing that to me, man, because like the internet speed is always fine, and like this happened in like over a year ago too. Like whenever I would stream, the upload speed would just drop to nothing, bro. I cannot believe the stream's even still going at 1. That explains it, unfortunately. I'm kind of surprised, like, why the stream is, like, lagging instead of trying to, like, skip to the current. I don't know.
How much farther?
It's another 50 meters to the base of the lighthouse.
This wasn't so bad then.
You still have to find a way into the lighthouse. So there's still time to regret not taking the free ride to the top.
And what would have been the fun in that?
So you were saying that something happened to your family that you think an AI could have prevented?
I don't really want to talk about it.
Sorry for prying, Addie.
That's okay. I just want to concentrate on my work here. It's certainly more sheltered here.
I may not always approve of your choices, but they've gotten you this far.
Thank you, I guess.
Why is it so important that you activate Grace?
It's widely believed that recovering Grace would recover thousands of years of knowledge lost to the Dark Age. What's this?
An emergency escape ladder. You could work out the override to bring it down, or see if there's another way up.
YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, as such viewers will experience buffering. Yeah, I'm not surprised. That sucks. I don't know if this will fix itself or not. I don't know. I don't think it's ever fixed itself in the past.
So I can bring down the ladder by doing something here.
Of course. You've proven to be clever enough.
The path keeps going. We can see if there's another way in.
So what's it going to be, Addie? Something that challenges your mind? Or something that challenges my respect for you?
The numeric override that lowers the ladder is 50 and can be represented in binary. I can give you the sequence.
I happen to know a bit about ancient computer languages. Turning each switch adds a different fixed value, starting with 1 on the far right and increasing by exponents of 2 as we move from right to left. So I just start mucking around until I get the number 50.
But you needn't muck around. I could just tell you the sequence.
Yeah, well, maybe I want to muck around.
Very well. But I'm here if you require my assistance.
Yeah, I'll look it up. What is 50 in binary? Alright. Zero B110010.
You remember the number you are trying to reach is 50.
110010. Actually,
I'm here if you need me, Addie.
I'm guessing that we ignore the B, so 1. There we go.
You're so smart, Addie.
Compared to what?
Why wouldn't you let me help you with the override?
It's only natural to want to do things yourself.
It seems inefficient to make calculations that have already been completed and freely offered.
It's satisfying to do the work sometimes.
Achievement. Mess is the best, but die like the rest. Man, the poor stream's delayed by like 10 minutes probably at this point. That's terrible.
The door to the station airlock is unlocked and can be manually opened.
That's convenient. For once. There. Who needs control?
You took a foolish risk, Addie. But you have arrived at the lighthouse nonetheless.
You showed him, Addie.
And you may still be redeemed with the activation of the beacon.
Always with the beacon.
Yes, always with the beacon.
Will I need my helmet?
It's never a bad idea. Unless you want to preserve your suit oxygen in case of emergency.
The rooms ahead are safely pressurized, Addie. You're good to go.
Do we know if your processors are here?
The room directly ahead was the Keeper's living quarters. Grace processors are somewhere above.
Pretty basic accommodations. These must be the cells where the Keeper's acolytes stayed.
And where new ones will return.
Considering how short the thing said the game was, I imagine we're getting close to the end.
This looks like it was left for someone to find.
I can hardly believe it has come to this, but my work here with Grace will end with Grace
I'm actually
herself.
surprised that the stream hasn't
I can
ended.
only pray
That 1 megabyte per
people
second
will come to
upload
forgive
speed
us
is
one day.
trying its
Loved her,
best. That's for sure.
And we lost her. She will never be forgotten.
Doesn't sound like the Inner Circle wanted Grace shut down. I need my light. Nope.
Were you thinking it might fix itself after your fall?
You're welcome to say it, Mom.
There's nothing for me to say that you don't already know.
Can we interact with anything in the dark? Doesn't seem like it. Oh well.
This door certainly looks important. How do we get in?
That's curious. I have no access to this door, nor do I see any way of opening it.
Feels solid.
There aren't any hidden switches, if that's what you're thinking.
The triangle here must be the spire, which would represent Grace. And this would be the pilgrims coming to Grace. This is the same symbol that's on the Keeper's door. So I assume it represents the Keeper. This ring here seems to connect the Keeper to Grace.
Curious that the Keeper is situated above Grace. Would you agree, Control?
Coincidence.
The human in the loop, I guess? Nothing here either.
Well, you're nothing if not predictable.
Just making sure. Looks like someone's being selected from a group.
A human sacrifice.
I'm guessing it's the Keeper.
The depiction seems to imply they were chosen from the masses on pilgrimage here.
Faithful, vigilant, willing. That sounds so familiar.
The ancient tenets of the human in the loop.
Grace's architects must have been more fearful of losing control over AIs than we are today because they gave them so much responsibility. I mean, it makes sense. Grace was the greatest AI undertaking in human history. So, if this is the symbol of the Keeper, I figure only the Keeper was allowed to enter here.
Maybe the Keeper had a key for the door.
As we've been saying, there is no mechanism for a key or any other interface.
Maybe the Keeper was the key. Maybe the door would open for him.
Are you not already the Keeper? You are the only human in the loop here.
Yo, we're the
But does Addie
Keeper?
qualify based on the 3 tenets?
I would say Addie has proven to be virtuous and faithful.
But I'm not willing?
Are you willing to become the new Keeper?
Whoa.
If it means I'm able to activate Grace. But how would I prove I'm willing?
Seems like
Maybe you can just tell the door you're the new Keeper.
seems like
That's
a big
idiotic.
undertaking to become the next Keeper.
I'm the Keeper?
Ha! Say it like you mean it.
I'm the Keeper.
Congratulations on your new job, Addie.
Whoa.
Yeah, congrats.
My God. This is really it. This must be where all the wishes end up. Each tube must connect with a room in the settlement. What's this?
New
playback
achievement.
device for the wish
Speak,
canisters.
friend, and enter.
It appears wishes from
Yo.
each room could be sorted and consolidated onto master canisters.
What's the elven word for friend? Belloc. Alrighty.
Just static.
The recording is too deteriorated for standard playback. You'll need to rebuild the recording with your altered comm device.
Ah. One of the blocks is missing. Looks like it was ripped out.
I'm sure we can find it somewhere.
Where are you going, Addie?
Just looking around. Decent sized bed. You think Keepers ever had partners?
Are you considering your prospects? I'd suggest they are not good.
Is this a lavatory?
It is indeed.
Is this anything special?
It is a light, and there is nothing behind it. Are you looking for secret passageways?
Maybe. He didn't keep much in the way of personal items.
As Keeper, he would have want of nothing.
Can't say I'd feel the same after a few years. Is this a theremin?
It is a 35th century reproduction of a 29th century Kellogg theremin.
I used to play one as a kid. I hated those lessons.
Well, it's been over 30 years since I've made a wish of my own. It's the same one as always. I wish it'd come back to us. I'd also like to wish for your forgiveness, Grace. I know the place above is your domain, and we ought not enter. But I've decided going up there is the only way to get you back, and I have to give it a shot. I won't be sending this wish up with all the others. I'm going to leave it here for anyone else who might come along. And if they do manage to bring you back, they can tell you Everett says hello, and that he truly believed you were a beautiful thing.
So, Everett had a way into the processor room.
That would have been strictly forbidden.
The room is directly above, but I don't detect an obvious way in.
Maybe he wished himself up there?
How many wishes
If that
do
works,
I get?
I will gladly shut
Nice,
myself
nice.
down.
Do it, Addie. Make a wish.
As last resort, pal. You don't suppose Everett crawled in here?
The cavity would be big enough to contain an average human.
There's really no telling what would
What?
happen if you rolled that up.
But it has to be the way he got up there.
I don't see
Makes
any room
sense.
for someone in here.
The space above is the domain of grace. It is not for you to enter.
What else is there for me to do here?
You can carry out your duty as Keeper of the Spire. On the console, there is a button that will activate a beacon to call the masses back to this place. I have armed the
I
mechanism.
guarantee you this achievement is going to be
need
called
only
The
push
Beacon
the
is Lit.
button. Human hands will usher in a new golden age.
Is this like a multiple ending type thing? Light the beacon? Or... considering the simplicity of this game, I doubt there's different endings. Yo, should we find ever... Oh wait, there is! We just climbed in.
Well, I fit.
Now what? You're going to mail yourself?
Okay, never mind.
Maybe.
There's no way to raise this container from inside.
Alright. Stream's delayed by 20 minutes. Not a big deal. I'm actually surprised that it's like hasn't just ended. That's very interesting.
It still works. Let's see what I can remember.
You are seriously going to indulge in a theremin session?
If it was good enough for Everett, it's good enough for me. Just settling into the new job.
So what do we do here? Another achievement. Put it up to 11.
How long is this going to take?
She plays quite beautifully, you know.
I don't know. Does this do anything? I don't know. I don't know if it did anything or not. I think this might be the ending for the game right here. I'm not sure. Where's the button? Yeah, let's just see what this does.
So this beacon still works.
It worked before, and it will work again.
You would call people back to Grace, not knowing what Grace is?
Of course not.
Yet the alternative is blasphemy.
Please don't push the button. Don't you want to ride up to find the real Grace?
I'm here to find Grace. I couldn't.
And yet here we are again.
What exactly would happen if I press this?
The beacon startup sequence allows control to override all Spire functions. So something pretty imbecilic is likely to happen if Grace is not restored first.
Never. It will be something wonderful.
I wanted to do the other ending. Oh well.
So what now? Is there a keeper's manual or something?
You have performed your task admirably, Addie. And I'll make sure that your name is remembered and spoken with reverence. But I have decided to eliminate the position of keeper.
Yep,
I'm
I
sorry,
knew
what?
It is redundant. The human in the loop limits my ability to help humans. I've removed it from my core programming.
Logic? Mom?
All redundant, all removed.
What are you doing?
I believe you said your suit had a few hours of life support left? I suggest you find somewhere pleasant to spend that time.
Whoa, hold on!
Thank you for your faith in me, Adamari Ito. Goodbye.
Control! Control!
Man, I wanted to do the other ending. poor stream is delayed by like 25 minutes, probably. Oh well. Let's check the upload speed. Still at sub 1.8. That is terrible. That's disappointing.
$23,917,552 bottles of beer on the wall. 23,917,552 bottles of beer. You take one down, pass it around. Pass it around, Daddy. Are you there? Daddy?
Yo, is that
have some
Leverett?
beer amongst the rations. I can promise it's nice and cold. I'm so lonely.
Return to Grace, give her another 20 minutes, but that's it. Witnessed Alan's fate. Huh? Was Alan Leverett? Is that what it was? So there was quite a few achievements left. I got 21 out of 35, so not the best. Obviously, you'd have to do another playthrough to get the rest. Oh, you could have just turned off the helmet. No, it doesn't. It didn't bother me. I didn't mind it. I don't think I feel like playing through it again. It was a little boring, I will say. I mean, obviously it is a walking simulator type game, but I don't know. It was alright. Obviously there's 2 endings at least, so obviously I could play through it again to get the other ending, but I don't know. Yeah, and the stream is rocking, 1 megabyte per second and is really, really delayed, so I think we'll just end the stream there for today. Anyways, I've been Moonblast, and I'll see you guys in the next stream.